oh, once I start having health issues, then I'll start getting in shape. No, you want to get in shape before the problems come. Too many people wait for everything to be left to start focusing on problems. These people got to go homeless before they start focusing now to save money. You have to go through a divorce to finally start trying to learn about relationships. You have to have a health issue to really start dialing in your diet. Why? Today, we're going to talk about the harsh truth of most men wait until it's too late to get on Body Game. Y'all know the deal is basically aka Cole Brown Official. Let's get into it. So what do I mean by most men wait until it's too late? You find a lot of guys, they'll wait until the doctor says something, until their girlfriend says something, until they get dumped, until a family member says something. Stop waiting for everybody else to finally tell you, look, bro, you're a shit ass. You're not reaching your full potential whatsoever. Don't wait for that moment. Because a lot of you guys are looking yourself in the mirror and you know you aren't where you should be. I know a lot of guys will say, oh, 30s, 40s, that's a guy's peak. But when you talk about physical health, really late 20s, early 30s is a guy's peak. And even come to certain things like flexibility, you're going to start losing that very early on, right? You're going to be your most flexible in your teenage years, maybe as a kid. And then it just starts slowly going downhill from there. And a lot of things when it comes to health, whether it's muscle mass, strength, bone density, cardiovascular health, memory, problem solving, all of that stuff is going to start slowly declining after the age of 30 for most people. So don't think that you can just keep waiting and keep putting it off. Oh, I got it next year. I got it next year. And that's not to say you should go rush to the gym and go balls to the wall, because I encourage y'all to take it slow when you first get started. You've been living like a shit ass for how long? You're not going to just completely do a 180 overnight time. And I saw a guy talking about Body Game last night, and I see why a lot of guys will give me backlash for being young and I don't know what I'm talking about. I kind of get it, because I watched a guy that was talking about Body Game last night, and he looked like he was pretty young, maybe been working out for a year, maybe 2 years, and he was giving terrible advice. He said, you should always be sore. If you're not always sore, you're not working hard enough and stuff like that. Not always be sore. Will you be sore from time to time? Yes. When you first start working out, will you be sore? Probably. But don't think you have to be sore 24/7 to have good workout. That means you're really going hard. Dude, that is terrible advice. That means you're going too hard. If you're sore every single day, you're going way too hard. You're doing way too much. You probably need to slow down, because you're not going to even get your full gains when you're going that hard, because you just keep tearing the muscle. You're not giving it time to build up. So a lot of you guys, if you sore all the time, you need to slow down. You need to slow down. So I see why people critique me and stuff like that, because I'm young. But look, I've been at this since I was 11, 12 years old. You know, so y'all just keep that in mind, man. But realize that the best years are going to be your late 20s. If you really tap in your early 20s, late teen years, that's when you're going to reach your peak. And I'm not telling you guys, if you're 30, 40, 50 years old, not to get in the gym. But realize you missed some of your best possible days. And that's okay. That's okay. Now you just have to focus on what you can do. But for these guys that are teenage years, these guys that are in their early 20s and they keep putting the gym off, don't do it, bro. Don't do it, because you are in your best days, but you don't realize it. And that's why I find so sad. People are in their best days and they're not taking full advantage of it. You are in your best days, but you aren't taking advantage of it. Whatever age you are not getting younger. Like I said, that doesn't mean if you're 30, 40, 50 years old that you still can't be going hard. But I think a lot of people have these unrealistic standards. You're going to start slowing down in your 30s. I've seen guys 60, 70 years old still in shape. But you can't go as hard as you used to. A lot of guys are delusional, because you see the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson at 50-something years old, super jacked and juicy, claiming he's natural when he's obviously taking stuff. So a lot of guys have this unrealistic standard. You think you can just get in shape in late age. You think you can just turn your life around. Stop waiting. Stop waiting, bro, because your late 20s, early 30s, that's when you're going to be at your best possible health. And then it's going to slowly start declining. You know, women, they hit that wall. That menopause, that shit hit them all at once. The men, you slowly, gradually going down. Your testosterone's dropping. A lot of other things are dropping slowly over time. So it's good to be aware of that, so you can hold on to everything you got. It's going to be a lot harder to build muscle when you're 50 years old. Building muscle is going to take longer. You're not going to be able to put it on as quickly as if you were 21. So for these guys that think you can just, I'll get working out later. I'll be worried about it later. And this is what a lot of people think. Oh, once I start having health issues, then I'll start getting in shape. No, you want to get in shape before the problems come. Too many people start focusing on problems. These people got to go homeless before they start focusing now to save money. You have to go through a divorce to finally start trying to learn about relationships. You have to have a health issue to really start dialing in your diet. Why? Why are you waiting for everything to go wrong? Prepare for the rainy days now. So then when the rain comes, you're prepared. So that's the message for today, man. Realize the late 20s is probably your peak. Hell, for a lot of guys, 25, 28, that's probably your peak. But that doesn't mean if you miss those years of your life where you weren't in the gym, that doesn't mean you're completely screwed. Just realize you really got to dial in. Realize it's not you just flip the switch on and you're going to get super jacked and 50, 60 years old. That's not the reality, bro. Because a lot of these guys are juicing and they aren't being honest with you. And then when you start taking the juice, you're on all these different drugs, that comes with different issues. You know? So that's why I encourage young guys to start lifting weights, start doing calisthenics, start training early. Just make sure to do it with good form and don't rush into it. But there's so many health benefits for having muscle, for working out. Yeah, man, realize your late 20s should be some of the best years of your life. Now, a lot of y'all was slacking off. You weren't serious. You got too caught up into the programming and all the bullshit society done pushed onto you. But now you're aware. Realize that your health should be one of the most important things to you, if not the most important thing to you. And stop waiting for the doctor to say something. Stop waiting for your wife to be on the verge of leaving you because she doesn't like hooking up with you because your gut keeps hanging over your meat. Don't wait for that. No. Don't wait for that. You know, and that's what we do a lot of time. We wait until our girl ready to leave us. We wait until the doctor saying stuff. We wait until everybody in the family like, yo, what is going on, man? You wait for that. These people say something about you before you look at yourself and say, I need to do better. You should have that self-awareness. You should have that accountability for yourself and say, look yourself in the mirror. Are you proud? Review each day. Are you proud of how you live today? And if you aren't, you got to do something about it. But stop putting it off, bro, because you're not going to be able to just flip that switch and get in shape super quick in your 40s and your 50s. Everything starts slowing down. It's going to get harder. You know, I see my dad trying to get back into shape, and it's really tough for him. He do a very slight workout. His body's hurting for 2-3 days because he done lost a lot of his muscle. And when you're in your 60s, it's extremely hard to build muscle. Extremely hard. And when you get in them old age, you know, past 60, muscle is very crucial to your health. Very crucial. Muscle will make a huge difference. You know, and that's why a lot of these bodybuilders, a good amount of them still live pretty old. Now, they have to start slowing off, stop taking so many steroids, but they have a lot of that muscle. That helps a lot of them stay alive for much longer. Even though they've been going to the extreme, balls to the wall for all these years, taking all these crazy chemicals, a lot of them still live a decent amount of time. You know, a lot of them have heart attacks and stuff like that. I'm not saying like go take steroids, but I'm saying that a lot of them still benefit off having all that muscle. You know, they start to slow down, they're not lifting as much, but a lot of them bodybuilders still live 70 years. If they don't have a heart attack, they still live a decent amount of time because all that muscle gives them many health benefits. But it's hard to build that muscle in them late years. So don't think you can just wait. Don't wait for the doctor. Don't wait for your blood pressure to be too high. Don't wait for your girl to get ready to leave you to say, oh, I need to get in shape. And that's my issue with all the fitness influencers. They make it seem like it's so easy to completely flip your life around, completely change. So now you think all this stuff can happen in 60 days. All this stuff can happen in 90 days. So if you feel like you can just completely do a 180 in 60, 90 days, why not push it off? No, it takes time. It takes many months. It takes years, you know, and a lot of you guys missed your peak because you were following society's bullshit. It's time to take control over your life and really maximize your gains. Really maximize your life and be the best version of yourself. But that's all I got for y'all today. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate you if you have watched the full video, and I'll catch you in the next one.